What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Salford City Career Mode in FIFA 20, and we are doing actually rather well to start off the season. We've lost a few points here and there. We've made some mistakes, but overall the team I think is gelling pretty well. We definitely need to improve on some positions like Zidane. I signed him expecting him to be at least decent for this level, but to be honest, he's made a lot of mistakes and really has been pissing me off, so I'm not really a fan of him. We definitely need to improve a little bit, I would say, defensively, but a lot of those players do have to grow. And I do believe that once they start growing, it's going to be pretty good. The team, of course, is very solid if you look at it. Like, especially for this level, we're completely fine. Especially now on the right, having added Titsajavili, however you pronounce that name. We definitely have some promising players all over the pitch, and I feel like we're going to be very, very competitive for a very long time. And it's just a matter of really starting to get the team, flowing the way we want. Definitely going to be important there. Now, this is a new player that we signed from Arsenal for 2 years. On loan, of course, from Arsenal. And Nketiah, however you pronounce his name, Nketiah, he scores an amazing goal to start off. Amazing, especially for this level. If it was, like Timo Werner or my Cagliari series, then it wouldn't have been that impressive. But trust me, having used James Wilson, who is a decent player, having used Elliott, who's alright, I mean, trust me, that's not something that they're particularly capable of doing. So, excellent goal to start off with for him on his debut. Ferreira gets inside the box. Now, he's a good player, too. He takes the shot, but he hits it straight at the keeper. But Ferguson on the rebound is able to make it 2-0. Excellent start to the match against Coventry. Exactly what we needed, get a good start. That's something we really need to improve on is essentially, building up a good lead and then holding it, because we've conceded a lot of goals to start off the season, and unfortunately we're very inconsistent defensively, and that's probably the biggest thing that we need to worry about at this point in time. Ferreira finds Nketiah once again. I really got to learn how to pronounce his name. If you know, let me know in the comments. I've heard of him for a while now. At least I've heard people talk about him, but for some reason I just can't remember his pronunciation. So he's definitely a hell of a player. I'm really glad we signed him. He's on a loan for 2 years, so hopefully we can extend it and we can actually make something out of him and maybe actually buy him eventually. So hopefully he won't go too high up in overall, and maybe once we're in the championship, which is hopefully if we'll get 2 years in a row of promotion, then we'll be able to get him on a permanent deal. All right, so since we have a decent lead, we can go ahead and make some substitutions and try rest some of our players, because the biggest issue in this league, in League 2, is that you have so many matches one after the other. It's like it's a 24 team league. So you pretty much constantly have matches. Every 2 or 3 days you have something going on. So it's really important to make sure that you have, at least when you have leads like this, you can kind of rest some of your more important players. And definitely, Ferreira is one of them, because he's arguably our best player. I would say probably the striker is, but he's arguably our best player, and we need him to be fresh for the upcoming matches. And 3-0 up, we're definitely confident. Jobello, he actually makes it 3-1. So that's pretty embarrassing. The defending is definitely something that we got to work on. But like I said, man, it's not a matter of Salford City's defense. It's a matter of me. I don't know what to say. No matter what I do, whether it's with Upamecano, whether it's with this dude Hill, with Medina, it doesn't matter, man. I make the same mistakes over and over again. I'm just never able to stop these bullshit crosses. Turnbull, meanwhile, makes it 4-1. Excellent performance overall. Defensively, we've made some mistakes, but overall, man, we've been playing very, very good football. Offensively, things are starting to flow a lot more, and I think that's very, very important for us. Playing with a more balanced style, getting rid of drop back and all that stuff, which just doesn't really fit my way of playing at all. I feel like this is going to be the start of us getting a lot of really solid performances in a row, and I think we can definitely go on to build a lead here. Meanwhile, they get another opportunity, and they actually score a rebound of their own. Fair play. We got one in the first half. It's only fair that they get one in the second half. And it's 4-2, so they're technically still in the match. I would say it's not going to happen, but you never know. Zidane, he made a decent save there. I'm not going to complain about it, but he probably could have, angled it a bit better. But, it is a 67 overall keeper. Can't expect too much. Another opportunity off of a rebound, but this time Nketiah is not able to get to it. And an opportunity to end the match for Coventry, and thankfully Zidane is having a decent game. He is not having an amazing game, but he has had a decent performance, and the defense has held up just enough to actually get the W. Meanwhile, my main man Bamboozle, our assistant manager, is here to give us a hand. I hope he saw some things that we can improve on. Maybe he can give us some tactical advice and being such a psycho, being so high energy, he can probably actually motivate the players a little bit more than I can. So hopefully that'll be a thing. Sir Torturetto enjoying himself, having the time of his life. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what we can actually achieve with this team. Because like I said a few times, I feel like the quality is there to actually carry this exact 11 into League One and pretty much dominate there too. And we do have some okay players on the bench, and nobody to really write home about. But Jervis has performed well. Elliott's he's done all right. Andrade isn't terrible. But most importantly, we have Garner, who is just a very, very, very good and promising player. So I feel like if we can keep a lot of these guys moving forward too, maybe get them on permanent deals, then we have what it takes to get all the way to the Premier League by just just doing one season in each league, and that would be ideal, I would say. Now we're taking on Tyson Fury's hometown, actually. Well, I think he's from Manchester. I'm pretty goddamn sure but he lives in Morecambe, or however you pronounce this. Ferguson in the box. And he's been a player that I've been really, really impressed with. I like his movement. I like technically how good he is. And Turnbull makes it 1-0. Tyson Fury can't believe it. He's a United fan like myself, so I have a lot of respect for him. Meanwhile, we have both assistant managers hanging out right now. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with the team. I just need to improve my defending. And it's like, I feel like a lot of times with like Upamecano in my Cagliari series and in Sule, I actually get bailed out pretty often because of how good they are. So a lot of times I make mistakes and they save me. Meanwhile, Ferreira isn't quite able to get to the ball. I think that was an excellent chance. He probably should have gotten there, but the game kind of glitched on me and didn't allow me to. Ferreira once again misses. This time it was a bit more difficult. This time I actually got the shot off, though, to be fair. Nketiah almost making it 2-0, and I really, really am frustrated. I don't know how to pronounce his name. That's an excellent header. I was just completely shocked that almost ended up in the back of the net. Just crazy, crazy thing, like something like Chicharito would do back in the day. Meanwhile, Nketiah once again. Nketiah. Let's call him Nketiah. Bounces it straight off the keeper. Poor shot. Would have expected better finishing. Zidane runs out. Oh, Ellison almost able to just finesse him and make it 1-1. Wildig finds Stockton, and it's 1-1. That's disappointing. That is very, very disappointing. We had an excellent first half. We were looking good, but we haven't been able to maintain that rhythm in the second one, and they punished us. I mean, they had a couple of chances. One that was actually a gift from Zidane, and I honestly feel like he probably should have made that save, but once again, you have a 67 overall keeper. You can't really expect much. I mean, they do what they do, and even the best keepers in the game are pretty garbage pretty often, so you can't really expect too much from a 67 overall, you know what I mean? They just kind of do what they do, and they make a lot of mistakes, and it's frustrating, but you just have to kind of take it and accept it. Making some changes, hopefully, to try to save this match, because a 1-1 draw wouldn't be terrible. And there it is, 1-1. 1 point apiece. Like I said, it's not terrible. It's still early on in the season, and we are still right there with the front runners. I don't think we're going to be more than a couple of points back, depending on how some of I think Port Vale is in second. Meanwhile, we've sold Doyle. We've got an offer for Doyle. Definitely going to accept that from Barry. He's worth a little bit more, but I'm going to accept whatever because I'm not too worried about it. Like, £30,000 doesn't really change much at this point. That's kind of what they're at. Not like, it's going to change our lives. We're a rich team anyway, so we don't really need the money. Not at this level. Tchaichevili takes the shot, not able to get past the keeper. Against Cheltenham, I think, is the team. Really fucking weird names, man. Like England, I've been there a bunch of times now, and a lot of times I just get more and more bewildered by some of the names of the cities. It's just kind of weird. Ferguson not able to find to get the shot on target, which is disappointing, but it's all right. One thing to take into consideration is that Dest isn't playing. He's with the U.S. national team, so that's good for him, but bad for us because of course he's probably our best defender. Definitely from an overall point of view, he is. Marin inside the box, he makes it 1-0. Cheltenham is sucking a big fat one right now. An alright team though. They've been defending well. We've got a very, very good attacking trio, especially like I said for this level. I feel like the team is very solid. Marin, he's fast, and Nketiah is very fast, and so is Tchaichevili, whatever his name is. We have a very, very good attacking trio, so I'm very confident that those guys are going to be banging in the goals for a long time. Zidane makes a very easy save. It was a pretty poor shot, to be fair. Nketiah inside the box with his right foot. He misses. He misses what I thought was going to be pretty much a clear-cut chance. Easy money for him, but he completely blew it. Disappointing, but he's still very young. He's got a lot of talent. He's got 86 pace, so you know he's going to be dominant in this league, and I feel like he's going to. As he improves, we're going to try to work on his finishing a bit, make sure we can get it as good as possible. He turns inside the box. The finesse shot is there, and 2-0, showing that he does miss some sitters, but he can also score some excellent goals, and that's one of them. That's why it's arguably the best goal we've scored so far this season, and it's up there at least, and definitely a very, very good goal to see, especially at a league like this. The Ronaldo chop too. That's something you got to take into consideration. His skill moves are really good. His dribbling is really good to pull off the Ronaldo chop with that kind of speed, with that kind of accuracy, and set himself up perfectly for the finesse shot. And with 30 seconds left, you have to believe it's going to be 3 more points in the bag for Salford, and there you go, another big win for us as we continue our run towards winning this title. It's not going to be easy, but we definitely have the tools to do it. Nketiah has been a true revelation since we signed him. He's made a few mistakes, but overall, I like what I'm seeing, and he's definitely, alongside Garner, the player I want to sign the most in terms of a permanent deal. Lockett has been sold. We get £35,000 into our transfer budget, which is not something you want to throw away. It's not great, but for a club that doesn't have the kind of money that Salford does, then that would be huge. But for us, we already have like $10 million left to spend in either January or carry over to next season. Probably going to carry over to next season, where there's going to be more, top level players available. Guys like Reina from the U.S. and Borussia Dortmund, guys like that are going to be very, very interesting for us to potentially sign. And I think that we can definitely make some very, very solid moves. I keep on saying things twice, and Wilson makes a very, very big mistake there. Embarrassing for Wilson, but we are giving some of our subs a chance to play here. Towel makes it 1-0. A bit fortunate with the deflection, but we'll take whatever we can get. And like I said, we're playing with a team that's pretty much all subs right now. Dest just came back from international duty, so I'm going to give him a rest as well. It's really no point in playing him in this situation. Wilson inside the box sees Jervis, who makes it 2-0. Excellent start to this match, and I feel very, very confident now that we're going to get another 3 points, which would be huge for us, because of course we need as many points as we can get, because I don't want to end up in a playoff battle, because that would be pretty dangerous, because that's where it gets really rough. Like pressure's on, the players aren't excellent, so mistakes can be made, and Wilson makes it 3-0 in the first half with another 5 minutes still left to play in the first half, so we could potentially score another one with the way we've been performing, which would be I would be more than happy to score another one. I don't think it's going to happen necessarily, but you can always dream. And Wilson, he's despite not really shining from a individual point of view, as in like he's not really performing well other than scoring, and that's all he has to do, really. That's all you can ask a striker to do. I mean, look at Inzaghi for years with Milan and with Juventus even. Like he wasn't the best player technically. He would do some dumb shit. He was always offsides, but let me tell you, the guy scored a ton of goals, and if Wilson can give us something like that in League 2, then I'd be more than happy to keep him. And like I said, he's a guy that I definitely think has the potential to do well, and our opponents here make it 3-1, so they're starting to get themselves back into the match. It's probably too late with only 20 minutes left, but you never know. This is a difficult league. A lot of weird stuff can happen at weird times, and just look at the poor defending. The goalkeeper was very, very poorly positioned and ended up conceding the goal. We have some pretty tired players. There's nobody to really take out, like necessarily, I guess you could say, because like I said, these are all subs anyway. But we will put in Dest just to give him some minutes upon his return from playing with the U.S. national team. Of course, a former Ajax player. He's definitely one of the most promising American players out there. Meanwhile, Elliott not able, or maybe it wasn't Elliott, but Jervis wasn't able to really put the keeper under any kind of pressure there. But only 10 seconds left, and it's going to be over. Elliott isn't able to go after the 4th goal, but it ends up 3-1. It's a solid win for Salford, and I'm very, very happy with the way that this team is performing. Sir Torturetto under the rain. Instead of wearing just a t-shirt, he's actually wearing a coat this time, which is smart. Another good win, man. Like I gotta say, like the team is performing a lot better than I thought. Especially being used to playing with a very good team in Serie A. I was expecting to struggle using some of these lower rated players. But we've actually been doing really well. Top of the league by 1 point. Actually up to 4th. They are within 2 points, or within a point. So we have to be careful. We have to do our thing, or within 2 points. We have to continue to perform well. Next up is against Crew Alexander, so not going to be the easiest match, I think. But yeah, I'm feeling very, very confident, and I think we have what it takes to win this league for sure. Top goal scorer is Amond from Newport. Wilson is still right there. He's been having a good season. Like I said, he hasn't really been playing well as a team player, but he's definitely been scoring a lot of goals, and that's all I really care about from a striker like him, especially a guy who at this point is a sub. Andrade has 4 assists, so that puts him tied for the leader in the assist category. And when it comes to our keeper, Zidane only has 2 clean sheets in 9 matches. Now we're still top of the league, so I'm not too upset about it, but that's definitely poor performing from our goalkeeper. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And let me know if there's anything you would like to see or anything you recommend me do to improve this channel. I know my commentary is still a bit off. It's because I do commentary mostly in Italian. I've done like 40 videos now. So sometimes I find myself like saying things that make sense in Italian and not in English. But I hope you guys still enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.